Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of season 7. We are Premier League. Spoilers for the end of last season. If you didn't see the ridiculous season finale yesterday, you're gonna need to go and watch that because it was immense. So close, so tightly fought throughout the last 6 months of the whole season, to be completely honest. But you join us as a Premier League team. We've had some players leave. We've had some players go out on loan, that being Jonas Herrmann has gone out to FC Sion. We've had Chris Sheehan go out on loan to Heidenheim. And of course, Cole Palmer, who was in on loan last year from Manchester City, has returned to his parent club. In this first episode, we'll have a look at some transfer targets. We are going to get some transfers done today. We'll have a look at how much money we've got, what the board want from us this year, and we should, I think, play one of our first games of the season in this episode as well. That is the current plan. So, when you start a new season, you have to figure out what you want to do to the team. Now, we know that Cole Palmer leaving means we need a new left winger, but we already have a target. Pablo Soria, the Di Maria regen that's been a free agent for 3 years. He's going to come in, provided we can agree contract terms. Elsewhere, we're going to try and sign Kiana Hoover back as a right back. He was with us for the last 6 months of last season. Think it'd be the right decision to bring him in permanently, so we'll do that next as well. And I'm also looking to improve on Doyle. He is 80 rated. He's only 23, but he has peaked. So, we're going to look to improve on Doyle as well. I'm looking for a player that's between 82 and 84 probably is going to be the range that I'm looking for. I don't think I can really justify going much higher at this stage, having just been promoted. But wait and see who might be available. Got loads of names on my shortlist already. And Hubner is back from his loan, up to 81 rated. Hayes has also peaked at 79. Diving is just in Hayes' favour. Handling is monstrously in favour of Hubner, as is kicking. Reflexes is significantly in Hayes' favour, although we are training Hubner's reflexes rather immediately. And positioning-wise, Hubner is now just as good, if not slightly better than Hayes. They're both 6'3". They're both decent goalkeepers. It's a case of what actually happens next. So, we're looking to sell Adun. Falconer is back. He's 83. He's going to be heavily involved this year, but only from the bench for the majority of the time. We extended Harmer's deal. He signed for a year last year. We've extended that this year. I'm also going to be looking for a new centre mid. Not to start, though. Rodoni's 84. Stone's 85. Martins plays like an 85 rated player as well. And we've lost Amara Conde, who was our French... Not French. Well, yes, French, but you know what I mean, because Kante's French as well. So he was our French Kante, but Kante's the French Kante. He was our lower league Kante. So I'm going to look to replace him in the squad, so I have another centre midfielder that's available to me, because at the minute, my only other go-to is Theo Whitehouse, who's 68. We're going to look to loan out a number of our youngsters to try and increase their growth. But at striker, Semenyo will stay and lead the line until at least January. That's what I want to happen. You guys wanted him to stay and lead the line last year, and we're going to show more faith in him this year as well, and he will lead the line until at least January. If he's scoring goals, he stays anyway. If he's not scoring goals, then we will perhaps look to sign a new striker. Maybe Kouame, who was our shorter-term option, would move on. We shall wait and see. Right, let's talking. Well, I'm still talking, but let's just looking at players. Let's show you what we've got to spend. £124 million is available. It was more, but I needed to sign 2 more scouts to... We're scouting that many players. I needed to sign 2 more scouts. So I've got 125 million available. Now, my manager rating is booked because the game is the game. But sign at least 3 players younger than 20 with potential to grow to a higher average rating than those in the current position. That's doable. You'll have to let me know again in the comment section. Where do I send my scouts and for what sort of player? Let me know in the comment section. Sign 1 crucial first team player assigned to a midfielder or forward position. That'll be Soria. That's easily done. That's a tick. Financially, increase the club worth. I mean, we're in the Premier League. That's easily going to happen. And the board want a mid-table finish, which is achievable, I think. Absolutely achievable, mid-table finish. And then round of 16 of the FA Cup again, which if we achieve, then my manager rating should definitely restore itself to where it was. Now, I've got so many names on my shortlist. You can see just how long it is here. If you want to have a closer look at anyone at this stage, then feel free to pause the video at any point and you can have a look at some of the centre mids and centre backs that I'm currently looking at. Like I say, 82 to 84 is probably where I'm looking ratings wise. There was an 85 in here. I think it was the Banyes. I know it's Hanko. But he's 85 rated, but I'm not overly sure why. His slide tackle is 89, but his stand tackle is only 80. So whilst he excels in one area, heading accuracy is 87 as well, I'm not sure actually he's an 85 rated player. So I think, obviously, via the algorithm, it makes him 85, but I don't think he'd actually play like an 85 rated player. So I might make an exception for him if I go for him. But we'll wait and see. Obviously, he's 29. We've got some younger and some older options on the shortlist. But we know from the off, we want to sign Keanu Hoover. And he should be, and will be, willing to come and sign for us. He was on loan from the free agents last year. We'll sign him as an important player. If he wants crucial, he can have it, but he's happy with important. A 4-year deal, please. 25, I'll take him to when he's 29. Should get some really good growth out of him. Plenty of growth to come from him. 46, I'm quite happy to accept that. Welcome in, Keanu, or welcome back, should I say. Keanu Hoover is in. Now, Blin, I am obviously not going to sign at this stage. I think it's probably inevitable that we do end up signing him at some point because he's not going to get signed by anyone else. Because he's down as a centre forward, just the way that the game is coded, there are so few clubs that play with a centre forward that none are actually looking for a new player of that rating in that position. So he's not signed for anyone because the game isn't saying that anyone's looking for that position. Saria, I have no explanation for whatsoever why no one signed him. He's a right winger, for Christ's sake. But he's been on the free agents list for 3 or 4 years, so we are going to try and sign him and bring him into the club. That is what you guys have been begging for ages in the comment section. And he wants an important role, but I will counter with crucial because that won't meet the board expectation. 5-year deal. Absolutely, pal. I'm hoping that he'll continue to grow into the mid to late 80s. I'll offer him 50 grand a week, and he should just sign that. Indeed he will. Welcome in, Saria. 2 new signings for the starting lineup. That email will probably be the board saying, well done, you've signed someone in a position that we wanted you to do. You've done one of the expectations of the board, GG. And I'll say, thank you very much. Right, Hayes will come out of there, and Saria will go in. And Hoover will come into the right back role. Edun, I'm looking to sell. I may be looking for a backup left back. I'm not sure yet. I might keep Edun as my backup for the time being, but I'm not sure. Hey, tick. My manager rating has not fucking changed. So let's head towards our pre-season friendlies. We've Roma, Club America, and I've got some scout reports back. And a bid from Liverpool for Elijah Stone. I think for the first half of the season, obviously as you get further and further into a save and players grow beyond the realistic area where they should be anyway, it becomes more and more difficult to be realistic with what you're doing. Obviously you guys have seen that. Some of you have been frustrated with it. Some of you have understood why it is the way that it is. So I'd like to keep the players that we have at the club with me until January. I want to give the players that we have the fair crack of the whip to try and see if they can cut it at Premier League level. If they can't, and we're struggling, or if I feel like we then want to open the cells up to letting some of those players go, then that's something that we will look into in January. You'll have to let me know. Like I said, I'm saying from here now, I am probably going to be rejecting bids from clubs like Liverpool, etc., for players like Elijah Stone. Because I want those players to play for me in the Premier League for the first 6 months. Jalai at Wolfsburg is decent, actually. 85 stand tackle, 80 slide, 82 overall. Not bad. Eduardo Quaresma, 81 overall at Southampton. Not technically spectacular, though, to be honest. So I probably would be looking for something a little bit better than that. And Joe Roden is also 81. See, he's excellent in the tackle, Joe Roden. He's really good in the right areas. But because he's not got high ball control or passing, etc., he's not going to have a massively high overall rating. I will work my way through pre-season with these sims. I will let you know if anything happens transfer-wise between now and the first game of the league season, which will be Leicester City. We start with Leicester, then Chelsea, then Burnley. Actually, what I can do is show you what we've done with regards to the stadium. What we've done is we were at Forest Park, I think it was, and we had four sides. No corners, just 2 tiers on either side and 1 tier at either end. What we've done is add an extra tier at either end and filled the corners in. So we're at the Waldstadion, but it's obviously the Abbey Stadium. And we've effectively just added a tier at either end and filled the corners in, now that we've reached the Premier League. So we have a slightly bigger ground. Right, interest in Nianzou from Sevilla and interest in Ibanez from Bologna. We'll wait and see what happens between now and the first game of the season against Leicester. But for now, I've been waffling for Christ knows how long. So hopefully you're looking forward to... Whoa! Scout reports, everyone. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. I've looked through all the scout reports and I have a favourite pick. Now, my hand is being forced here a little bit because someone has already bid for that player. I've looked at Piero Hincapié, who's 25, 82 rated. He is only 6 foot, but jumping of 90. Can play at left back as well, so can help fill in squad rotationally. He's got 84 defensive awareness, 85 slide tackle, 83 stand tackle. His ball control's 83 as well, and he can pass the football. He suits what I want from a centre back down to a T, really. So Atalanta are bidding for him currently. I'm going to go in for him as well. I am not going to pay £61 million for him, however, but I will try and see if I can get him for under 45. They want Barrera Martins. I'm going to say no to that. We love Barrera Martins. A grey Joey Ironside, apparently. A grey-haired Joe Ironside is their agent. Hello, Joey. How are you, mate? You've aged a little bit since you retired. He's become an agent. 39.9. That's actually very agreeable for a player that's going to grow quite a bit. But we will look to try and save some money if we can. Just because we have it doesn't mean we should splash it. And Real Betis's representative, Joey Ironside is now a football agent. A Spanish football agent. Remarkable. Right. He's on 26 as well, which is not massive amounts of money. So I'm hoping that he won't want a massive pay rise. No release clause is fine by me. And salary-wise, I'll just start him at 40. And we'll see what they say to that. They want 52 plus some... I'm quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. So that's 3. Is it 3 or 2? Yeah, 3 new signings into the club. We have Soria. We have Hincapié. And we have Hoover. And Okadina can play at fullback as well, to be fair. So I think genuinely we are done there now in those positions. Right. Now, one position I'm going to leave absolutely open to you guys in the comments section is a rotation centre mid. We have Barrera Martins and Stone for those positions. I have Harmer. I want someone to go alongside Harmer. Whether they be attack-minded or defensive-minded, I'm not overly too fussed. Perhaps more of an all-rounder, similar to Harmer, so they can kind of dovetail in the pivot with Falconer probably playing in front of them. That would be my next and probably only other transfer at this stage. But Hincapié comes in, and I think that was absolutely banging for us. He's 82 rated, so room to grow. We've not massively gone inside like a 90 rated player when we just got promoted. 3 82s in. I think that's probably about right for a promoted side. Gwilt and Hincapié are both left-footed, so it doesn't matter who's on what side. So from here, I am now waiting for your guys' suggestions for new central midfielders to come into the club. Again, looking for about 80-ish, 80 to 82, probably there or thereabouts. A transfer from Sporting for Gibraltar, which we shall reject. About 80 to 82 probably is where I'm looking. Because, as we say, Martins plays much better than an 80 rated player. So I'm holding him on par with someone like Elijah Stone. Because we noticeably saw the difference in our results when Martins wasn't there last year. So I will now remove all of the centre-backs that I'm now not going to sign. I'll just wait for some of the other ones to come in, just out of curiosity. But, we've got some free agent centre mids I'm waiting to see on as well. Adam actually was a player we're maybe going to move to centre-back, but he can play centre mid. I'll wait and see. Arias, don't know if he's actually going to be any good. Looks like he's not going to be as good as initially thought. Fabio Castro, again, not looking like he's going to be as good as previously hoped. Maxence Chambon, we'll wait and see what he looks like. Damian Draskovic, initially he looked like he could be very, very good indeed. It looks like he's going to be a bit lower rated than hoped for. Thomas Gallardo could be a decent all-rounder as well. So we'll wait and see what happens with those free agents and their overall ratings. But for now, I'm going to push towards that game against Leicester. And if you see me between now and then it's because something needs to happen in the transfer window. You join me on the day against Leicester City. We're about to kick off our Premier League campaign. Dunn has gone out on loan to Utrecht. Edun has been sold to FC Köln. Arlo Terry's gone out on loan to Lille. And Jack Holland's gone out on loan to Stuttgart. They are the 4 transfers that have been done in the time between now and when you last saw me. None of those free agents were any good whatsoever. So my shortlist is back to being as it was. Teddy Coles, Chapman and Blin. I'm surprised nobody's gone for Teddy Coles at this moment in time, albeit maybe he's just too expensive for anyone to genuinely afford and he'll stay 89 rated in the Championship, which would be unbelievable. So you can see that Hincapié's 82, McCallum and Hoover are 82, Soria's 82, Semenyo's up to 80, as is Barrera Martins. Cade Gordon is up to 87. And other than that, we are as we were. Hubner gets the number 1 shirt again. Wait, actually, he might not actually be number 1. Let me know squad numbers in the comment section as well. Right, Leicester City away from home. Our first experience of Premier League football. In goal for Leicester City, Kamil Zalewski. Junius Sambia on the right. Bornau centre-back alongside Per Schurz. Then Origi, Callum Payne at left-back. Romeo Lavia and Dewsbury Hall in the deeper roles with James West on the left. Makatia at cam. Yusuf Demir on the right. And Josh Epia at striker. He's the only striker at the club. The only striker at the club. You've seen the ratings of the players here. We played so many better Championship teams last year. And on the bench, they have 77 rated Daniel Iverson, an old laner, 68 rated McGregor, 76 Couturier, 73 Daly Campbell, 77 Claudio Gomez, and 78 Callum Wright. The only player that isn't on their bench is a 60-something rated regen centre mid. If Leicester City aren't in a relegation battle this season, then I would be very, very, very surprised. Our first game at Premier League level is certainly one we should win on paper. In before Epia hat-trick. Into Elijah Stone. And forward to Semenyo. Out to Martins. And down to Soria. New player. New signing. New option on the right-hand side. He's going to be so fast that it's really going to open up a lot of our opportunities on the wing. Although that said, Cole Palmer was rapid as well, as is Cade Gordon on the other side. And we haven't found ourselves being that counter-attack breakaway side that we used to on previous games. I think this year, provided the AI don't go stupid mad, press after possession loss, and press like crazy all the time, it's actually better. The defenders are actually better at making sure that they don't just get constantly caught on the counter. We've had 150 wins in my career, apparently. Rodoni will look for Elijah Stone. We'll try and make 151 at the end of the day. I'll look for Semedo. Can't get there ahead of the defender. Martins will win this header, though, and Elijah Stone will knock that down. Cade Gordon scored a number of goals for us last year. Oh, and that would have been brilliantly worked had that ball found its target. Leicester City defending for their lives so far and doing nothing going the other way, as you can see. Semenyo looking for Kay Gordon through the gap, but it's a poor pass. Stone to Semenyo, quickly to Kay Gordon before he gets offside. I'll try and tuck this back through that gap. We'll find Elijah Stone. And let the record book show the first goal scorer in the Premier League for Cambridge United is Elijah Stone. It's been coming, and certainly we deserve it. We might get 3 points on opening day. One shot apiece in the first half. Not your classic opening day encounter, but it's been a slow introduction at least. We're being eased into Premier League life. In the next game that we'll play in tomorrow's episode, we do have Chelsea, so it might be a bit more of a rude awakening in the second game in the Premier League, but certainly against what can only be described as a lacklustre Leicester side. We are having things all go our own way. Stone to Rodoni. Out. Well, looking for Kay Gordon initially, but Keanu Hoover will get it. And back to Elijah Stone. And picked off by Ep1, who's had nothing to do up top. And it's not because he's the only poor player in the side. It's because everyone else behind him is just as bad. Semenyo couldn't quite react quickly enough to get the shot away. It will remain just 1-0 so far. But, I mean, it's not really going to change the other way around, is it? If Leicester pull this back round to win by 2-1, or just to win the game in general, then I will gift 20 subs to my Twitch channel throughout the course of this recording. Good shot. Well blocked. Dewsbury Hall into Ep1 and tackled. Slightly nervous there as it was building, to be completely honest, but now here comes Semenyo on the counter. Per Schurz doesn't have the pace to keep up with him. Semenyo leading the line for us this year in the Premier League, we hope, and we'll bury that to make it 2. Sorry, Twitch chat. You're not getting any gifted subs. We're going to win this one. And if we can keep scoring, we might be top on goal difference at the end of the day. And then you can see Martins was there calling for it. And Stone will come short. We have runners everywhere. Here's Jack Lancaster. His first touches as a Premier League player. Delivers a good ball. Oh, and Falconer nearly gets his first touch of the season for us. But obviously, he's played some Premier League football for Liverpool on loan from us last year. So it's not his Premier League debut, just his Cambridge United Premier League debut. Here's West on the left. They might go back to him here. And he could try and find the man through the middle. And here's Ep1. Good save by Hubner. Diving away to his left-hand side. Expect him to make saves like that this season. Really hoping that he can become key for us in goal. Oh, should have got to that. Kirk moving it about nicely. Here's West and Sambia. The defender goes for goal and Hubner can only parry around the corner. Supposed to have like 85 handling, Hubner. Would have thought he could have caught that, but I guess just taking no risks. Away, please. Well in Kiana, but still the ball is free. And Yusuf Demir brings it down nicely. Here's Ep1. Sure he'd rather be in the middle trying to score the goals, but instead he's trying to set them up. I'm pretty sure that was a cross, not a shot. But still, keeper needed to tip it over the bar. Leicester having a late flurry here. But we are determined defensively not to let them have a goal. McGregor off the bench for them. And tackled. Stone will not get to it first, but it will fall to a Cambridge man. What an interception by Sambia. Well tackled by Lancaster. And Semenyo can't quite get there away from the defender either. And still, Leicester's pressure continues. Never mind, not anymore. Kirk's brought it down and will come away on a counter. And maybe we could score a third just to really make it a party atmosphere for those away fans. Stone, Barrera Martins. Stone looking for Falconer, looking for Semenyo. Not the best of passes, to be honest. Looking for Soria on debut. Beautiful finish. 3 of the best. They've made them pay on new number 9. Taking Joey Ironside's number, Soriano out wide. Obviously, that may change with your guys' suggestions for squad numbers. We might give Semenyo the number 9. But he opened up the face of his body really well there to get the finish. Beautiful goal. Effortless from Soria to just pop that in the top bins. Barely even a backlift. Calm as you like. Beautiful goal. Final whistle sounds. It's a 3-0 win away from home. But I don't expect that to be the trend this season. You saw the quality of Leicester's team and squad It's really not there. We are obviously much better than that team. If that team were in the Championship, would have beaten them by the same margin. I don't think that is going to be what happens to us this season. But Semenyo was outstanding. Thank you very much, my man. And we were the only two sides to play. So, stop the count. Cambridge United, top of the table. Not going to last that long, though, is it, really? Let's be honest. We have got a Carabao Cup game drawn there. It's against Hull City, but that will be in tomorrow's episode. For now, though, that's going to draw us to a close for today. Please, rotation centre-back options, anywhere from 80 to 82. Or 82 at most, probably. Maybe 83, but I'd like Barrera Martins to feel like he's not being pushed out of the side because, well, we love him. So, Saria's up to 83 now already. Rudoni up to 85, as we saw. Bring on the Premier League. 1 game down, 1 win down. 37 to go. Where will we finish this season? Let me know that in your comment down below as well. But for now, that's all for today. A centre mid to come in. And then I think we're done this transfer window for now. Semenyo did all right there, although obviously that's not the biggest of tests we'll face this season. We'll wait and see. For now, though, thank you very much for watching. And I will see you in the next one tomorrow.